I'm going to do the one thing that apparently you're not supposed to do in politics, which is admit to you that I don't know the answer. I don't know how I'm going to vote at the next election. Because my plan since the last election was to get Labour to do an electoral pact with the other opposition parties on the basis of changing the voting system to proportional representation so that all votes would count equally. But given that all the polling suggests the Tories are about to get wiped out, it's going to be hard to convince Labour that they need to do an electoral pact with anybody, which means they probably don't feel pressured at all to do any of the progressive policies that this country desperately needs. So all of you who are feeling disappointed in Keir Starmer and the direction of the Labour Party, I feel you. But here's why you should have hope. The Tory Party is run by its members, and its members are the worst people in the country. The UK is the fourth most financially unequal country in Europe, and 63% of Tory members are against the idea of spending money to make the country more equal. More than half of them think Islam is a major threat, whereas Labour members actually have the values that most of us share, so we can actually work with them, even if their leader is crap. Because after 13 years of Tory rule, when Labour finally gets into power, there's going to be a hell of a lot of people demanding rapid improvement to the quality of life of working class people. Because if that doesn't happen, what the fuck is the point in Labour? So Keir Starmer will either have to do yet another major personality swap and become pro-single market and pro-working people again, or his days in that chair will be numbered. So you can keep going on about how Keir Starmer is just Rishi Sunak in a red tie, but you're missing the point. We can work with Labour members to get an equal voting system so that our country's progressive values are reflected in Parliament. Tory members wanted Liz Truss and Boris Johnson. So a Labour victory is still part of the path to a better UK, it just means we have more work to do once they get in. Which brings us back to I genuinely don't know who I'm going to vote for because Labour looks set to win in my constituency for the first time in like forever. So I don't want to risk giving it back to the Tories, but at the same time the Labour landslide looks like it's going to be so big that it's worth giving Greens a boost to their vote share because quite frankly, they deserve it more than Labour. So while I know some of you want to keep having your tribal wars over Corbyn as if it's still 2017, but can we take a second to appreciate that right now, we're having a real discussion about how we want the Tories to lose. And I think that's beautiful.